this studio today, I'm the only one having a decent hair day, okay? I don't know what happened with David's bonnet tonight.
Yo, man.
But things were not okay.
Kilumana kidogo. But it's okay. You know, at the end of the day, it's weird for two men to be in studio and saying that they have a bad hair day.
It's actually not. That's the best thing about living in 2023. It's okay for Bewan to be having a bad hair day. That's why the cap is on today.
Yeah, it's the rain.
It's the rain. Is it a jerry curl? Is it, why is the rain affecting it?
Yeah.
It's a jerry curl?
Yeah, it is.
No way.
I'll happily admit it.
It's a jerry curl.
Yeah,
Okay.
The 80s and the 90s.
Pivotal years for you.
Yeah, the Easy E days.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, you do look like Easy E though.
You do actually look like
Easy. Look like everyone.
No, now that you mention it, even with the type of glasses that you're wearing, that's an Easy E thing. Even with the cape, Easy E used to rock a cape like that. Yeah, so that's definitely Easy.
So clearly your influences musically are from that era. It's MJ, it's Easy E, it's Jerry curls on the hair. Why does that era speak so much to you?
It's what I grew up listening to. So I guess that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was that from your folks or just your own? Sometimes I realize people often will listen to what either their folks are listening to or their older siblings, and that's where you get those good musical influences.
No, so we used to buy CDs just to listen to, and most of them were that's era of music, and also my folks loved ABBA.
The Swedish legends,
yeah. So that's my music growing up. It's just classic pop and old hip hop tracks and
interesting. That's pretty cool, man. Like you have a lot of influences when it comes to the music that you're talking about. And someone would be listening right now and they're like, whoa, Easy E, and then Michael Jackson, and then now Sir Lewis Hamilton. It's one of those very interesting things to find creatives getting inspiration from other people.
Yeah.
Has Lewis Hamilton, beyond the song that you did for him, what are some of the other things or ways in which he inspires you? And then I'm going to be telling you something that I saw about Lewis Hamilton that might shock you a little bit. But what are some of the other traits about him that inspire you? I know Mariam had asked, but bringing back, like after all these things, you compare Eazy-E, Michael Jackson. Yeah. Why is it Lewis Hamilton more than anybody else that you've mentioned?
So it's very easy, I feel like, to reach a certain point of success and just, gloat or just bask in the success. But for him to do all the work, like off track to represent, our marginalized groups and stuff like that, and to use his platform as a way of people to, to express their challenges and stuff like that. I think that's a very noble thing for him to do. So
interesting. So now I don't know if you knew this, but there's a guy. He's a Canadian young boy, right? Now this young boy was collecting cards, and he happened to buy a card for I think $50 Canadian.
Yeah.
And it was an F1 card. It was a card of Lewis Hamilton, his rookie year.
Ooh.
The only card in the world. And he bought it for $50 Canadian. Somebody bought that for $1.4 million US.
Ooh.
Can you imagine? Ooh. That is what loving Sir Lewis Hamilton has done for someone on the other end.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a collector's item. $1.4 million.
Imagine that.
Imagine for a collectible item. Let me ask you, Bewan, if you had the change in your bank account, would you buy like a collector's item like that for that much?
Probably. Probably I would, yeah.
I think for me, even mine would be even different. Would you sell it? Because now...
That is interesting, yeah.
You're a Sir Lewis Hamilton fan.
Yeah.
And this is the only thing in the world. Would you sell it for the 1.4 million? You're like, Buddha nakupenda lakini jo mfuko ni mfuko.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Everything is on sale for the right price.
The right price, yeah.
I don't know if I would sell it, but I would maybe trade for something even more rare or valuable.
Okay.
Probably.
So we're only moving on up. Okay, that's very interesting. I want to ask you just a very interesting question. There's someone on the Formula One grid who released a song this week.
child.
Oh, you're very on top of it. I was like, let me see if you can guess. Let me see if you can guess. But you're clearly on top of the. Yeah, Charles Leclerc released a single. I don't think it's quite our sound here at Nation David
Yeah.
because it's instrumentals, all piano, all flute, all violin. But clearly the grid is very musical. The F1 grid is very, very,
And the-
Yes.
musical.
And the rumor going around that Fernando is dating Taylor Swift or something.
Whoa.
No.
So I don't know if, well,
Yo, from being swift on the track to being swift with Taylor.
That would be
I don't know
interesting.
if it's true or anything. I
Let
don't
me
know.
tell you one, the album we're gonna get should okay, I know this is so dark, guys, but should they break up, the album we're gonna get from Taylor is gonna be amazing. I know it's
Man.
dark, but it's the truth. And the
I hate
performance.
that though. I'm like, can you imagine? Like, it's like people when they listen to Adele, they don't want her relationships to succeed.
No.
Because they're like,
Because of
we'll
the
get
songs.
great content. I'm like,
I'm sorry. Sometimes
so
it's like
sad.
I love to think of people and their feelings and all of that. But when you tell me Fernando Alonso and Taylor Swift, come on, I'm just gonna be like, waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. But if that is true, I mean, I wish them all the best. But the music is gonna be fire, and Alonso on the track is gonna be
I
fire.
know, right?
Before we wrap it up, Bewan, how do people find you? How do we find your music? We played Still We Rise. Are there any more singles that we should be looking out for as well?
Yeah, very soon I have another single coming. It's called Let It Fall, and that's all you'll get for now.
Okay.
So it's
the
called,
title,
please say it again.
Let It Fall.
Yes.
You know, we go from rising to falling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just about to be like,
Yeah, and it should be out in a few weeks or so.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Spotify as Bewan,
Yeah.
and yeah, and also on Twitter, but I don't really.
You don't really
Yeah.
tweet like that.
It's so toxic on Twitter. I don't have
Oh, don't we know it? Don't we know it? We're just there. It's a toxic relationship. We're just unable to leave, but we know the toxicity. Thank you so much for coming through,
Thanks for coming
B1.
through,
Having
fam.
It's amazing. First of all, we have to give you your Makofi for coming through for us on this Labor Day and for that amazing single that you played.
Thank you.
Makofi ka olomi de.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Oh man, thank you so much for coming through. It's been amazing having you. Wish you all the best. Tukileta single lingine will be here ready to drop